What's going on, everybody? I'm Blitz5, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over 6 things from PUBG's latest mobile game, New State, that we might see in the PC and console version of PUBG in 2022. First up, we have the recruit feature, where after knocking an enemy in squads, you can recruit them to be on your team. And if that sounds crazy to you, I totally get it because I thought the same thing at first, but it's actually a pretty decent idea in theory. So you can only recruit an enemy to your team if you're missing a fellow teammate. So for example, if you're missing 2 members, you can actually recruit 2 enemies back to a full squad of 4. And it's mutually beneficial for both sides. So for the team that's missing the members, they can get back up to full strength and have a better chance of winning the winner chicken dinner. And for the people that were about to be eliminated, it keeps them in the game and also gives them a chance to win. And just to clarify here, players do have the option to deny the request of being recruited. However, I'm not sure what would stop the enemy from being a troll and team killing after being recruited, other than the threat of being potentially suspended or banned. Also, I'm guessing this wouldn't work well for players that are on a full team because they most likely wouldn't want to leave their friends unless it became some kind of challenge to try and win with a random team and players stayed to watch. Personally, I don't think I'd like to see this in PUBG, but I get what they're trying to do here in New State. Next up, we have weapon customization. New State features a weapon mod that can be found in-game and will adjust the ability of your weapon for the duration of that match. For example, applying the weapon kit to the Vector increases the damage drop-off range and muzzle velocity, but removes the ability to have a muzzle attachment. So here you're choosing between making the Vector better at a distance, but losing the possibility to use a compensator, which would help with your recoil and aim. Or another example, with the double barrel shotgun, you can choose to have both barrels fire at the same time instead of one after the other. In this instance, you would be going for the big play with an even higher risk if you miss your shot. Each weapon upgrade comes with clear-cut pros and cons, and using it would depend entirely on your personal playstyle. Ultimately, this gives players more options and room for customization, but in my opinion, also slightly convolutes the game and also reminds me a little bit of Call of Duty. In this case, I would love to hear what you guys think about this down in the comments below, whether or not you would want to see weapon customization or weapon mods in the PC and console version of PUBG. In New State, one of the newest features is rolling. Players can roll left, right, backwards, and forward, and the more stamina you have, the longer you will roll. You also have the option to end the roll short or in the crouching position. On top of this, New State has added in an extended peek ability in TPP and the ability to parkour over objects, making it easier to mantle and climb. While I think the extended peek would cause an uproar in the PC and console community, PUBG has been slowly working on their movement for a long time now, so I think most movement changes would be well received if done correctly. I've heard rumors in the past of a roll mechanic, but who knows if this is something that we'll see. Personally, I would be okay with the ability to roll into cover, like a player rolling to a rock to avoid getting shot. However, I would not want to see PUBG turn into Call of Duty or other games where characters are sliding all over the place, which in my opinion feels unrealistic. In the regular version of PUBG on PC and console, we can already shoot through doors, windows, and drive through a few objects like wooden sheds or a stop sign, but that's about it. It's confusing when you can drive through a shed, but a small traffic cone or a shovel will completely stop your vehicle in its tracks. In New State, they've introduced a more dynamic environment with the ability to shoot through tarps, destroy barricades, and even take out fire hydrants. We've seen a little bit of this in PUBG, but it's limited to certain items or maps, like the walls you can shoot through on Karkin or the Black Zone. But in the future, I would love to see PUBG expand on these features to make the game more realistic and make the environment a little bit more destructible. And number 5 is more trunk space. PUBG recently introduced this feature exclusively with the Porter truck on Tego, but in New State, every vehicle has its own trunk space. For people that aren't familiar, the trunk allows you to store additional items and also share items while driving. Personally, I could easily see PUBG making this change to the PC and console version because it's fairly harmless, and I've seen many people in the community make this suggestion in the past. And lastly is new equipment. PUBG New State has introduced plenty of new items, including new vest options, electric vehicles, a green flare gun to bring back fallen teammates, deployable shields, and even a scout drone. In fact, as of recording this video, the scout drone has already been added to PUBG PC and console. something I wasn't sure if we would ever see in this version of the game. Personally, I thought the drone would be something map specific to Kiki, PUBG's next map slated for this year, which has a more futuristic vibe. PUBG originally seemed to be set in the past, but has taken a creative twist to its story, which has allowed new features like the Blue Zone grenade or the Jammer bag to spice up the game. So I guess it sort of fits the trajectory to add in drones and other new futuristic features. Fortunately for us PUBG fans, in my opinion, PUBG usually does an excellent job of implementing new items and not making them overpowered, so I have faith in what they are doing. So I feel like this is a perfect way to end the video, because while a lot of these new items seem tailored to New State and mobile gaming, I do think there is a strong chance that we'll see at least a few of these new items or abilities make their way into PUBG this year. I know everyone is still hoping for a performance update and more upgrades to PUBG or a PUBG 2, but otherwise, I would love to hear what you guys want to see added to PUBG this year, ability-wise or feature-wise, what would make the game better for you. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to drop a like, and as always, thank you all for watching. I'm Blitz5, and peace out.